Okay, sorry, I don't know where my camera, the phone died off, but we've got all three sections. We're working on the last section of coloring. You want to go, just in case I'll go through the whole thing again, we're gonna want to start at the edges of the divide and coat the edges really good. And at the neckline, make sure just the hair, not the skin, because it will discolor your skin. Make sure it's coated real good. Be sure to get behind the ears real good. Angel, get out of my lap. You're gonna make me mess around my hair up. And then what we're gonna do, once we get that, get my other brush comb, because I don't like to divide the hair off very well. I'm going to start with coating it. Divide it 1/4 inch section from that fourth of the split that you did to color the hair in the first place. Because you are going to have your hair split in 4, maybe 6, 8 sections. And then each section you're going to take one at a time and divide each part 1/4 and coat that with your color from root to end, making sure your ends are fully saturated all the way from the root to the end, so you have a good color coverage. And you really don't want to mess around while I'm doing this, because the hair color is already coloring the areas that you've got it on, so you want it to get a pretty good even timing. So once you get the hang of what you're doing, go ahead and speed up, but don't make a mistake and do it half butt, because you'll come out with the zebra effect or spotted effect, because there some areas will have color, some areas won't. People getting hair color will not be happy. I've had that happen to me. The color to the ends. I do that just to make sure it's saturated, and then I double check my ends, because they're usually the hardest, and you want to make sure that they get enough color on them. Coat roots on both sides of the one full section. Be sure to get enough color on there. Don't be stingy with your color. Or make sure you have enough for the whole head, but don't just barely coat it on there, because you need it to be saturated for it to have a good color effect. If you don't, you won't get the color effect you're looking for. And you may not if you use the wrong color for that color of your hair. If you have dark hair and you're trying to get a real light color, unless you bleached it out or lightened your color, it's not really going to show very much. It may show some, or it may turn red or orange. Or I've seen, like I had gold hair because of that. Brush it, make sure it's saturated all the way. Add a couple more over here, and then we'll be done, and we'll start the timer. And then after the timer is finished, we'll come back and show you the effects. It'll have to be on a second video, because this one is gonna be too long already, and I've only been able to use my iPhone to record because I don't have the camera right now, and it doesn't have the video editing on it. And so I will put up a second video showing the results of the color and the style. I was having it styled for her how she wants it. And no, we aren't doing any hair cutting because her ends are not split, damaged, or anything. Everything's perfect length right now. Here we go, last section. Making sure to get just the hairline, not on the skin, not on the neck of the skin. You know what I mean. Not on the skin of the neck. Just the nape of the neck, where the hair is. Make sure it's very well saturated, all the way to the root. And then comb it out a little bit. And start bringing down those others and comb it down until it's all one group like the other sections. Excuse me. Like I said, if you're got somebody with long hair, thick hair, do not try this all combing like this because it will hurt them. Use a wide tooth comb if you're going to do that. Even a pick type comb would work better. You put that one up and then you go around and check the areas to make sure that they're coated pretty good. Do is go around and any sections I see, I'm going to go ahead and dab it on it. Like I said, we have about 3 tablespoons left of it. I know I said I was going to comb all of the hair together, but it's pinned up really good. And each section is thoroughly saturated. And I did comb each section before I pinned it. So I don't want to disturb it while it's coloring. So with that said, it's being left alone. And I will just saturate what I can that's on top, just to make sure it hadn't dried out. And to make sure we have a good coverage. You can talk, you don't have to be real quiet.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, are you gonna try this by yourself?
I did it before.
You gonna try it like this though?
Nope. I just put mine on and let it go.
A lot of people do that though, so. And this is store-bought hair color. It's easier for me to put it on, putting it in a bowl and brushing on, because I have more control of where it's going.
Yeah, HEB, $2.97.
It was Revlon Color Silk. Beautiful color, 3D effect.
My hair turns fast.
Well, because your hair is gray and it's fresh gray, it hadn't been colored before, you have to leave it on for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know, but I mean it does start turning fast.
Well, the colors usually turn fast, but it has to get into here I'm gonna lie, into the cuticles of your hair shaft. And with gray is hard to dye. It doesn't grab onto the color very good. That's why some people would actually use 20 volume developer on their hair first.
Ooh.
Especially in the root areas. For a whole head, they would use 20 developer for about 20 minutes, or 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Take it off, or just apply the color with that same 20 developer in it, and mix it up, and then put it on the hair on top of that. And it helps it, because that 20 volume has opened your cuticle, and it gives it more access to the color to soak into your cuticle shaft, in the shaft of your hair. I know what I'm talking about, it's just not coming out right. Okay, stay tuned for the next video. We will be putting it up right after this one, after 30 minutes. Thank you. Bye.